Okay. So the idea that I have for this thing is basically having like a that I have for this I want to have like abstractions in Python so people can actually define what they want their game to look like, their logic, but also have like the heavy lifting done in C++. So for instance, like let's say that I have like a list of the entities. It would look like this. So I will have like player, enemy one, enemy two, we'll have stuff like this. That is a huge problem because, well, the way that this would look like would basically have to go in each of them and basically call like on player they will have to call the update and stuff like that. I do not want that because, well, first off, you have to iterate through this thing on Python, and that's not what I want. I actually want the opposite. I want it to be iterated on C++, mainly using like I suppose I would use like a linked list or something like that, but purely in C++. So you would basically define what you want in Python, but actually you run it, do the heavy lifting on the C++ side. So I do think I also want like I also want like events, but I am not so sure what I want. Like I suppose I will like integrate them later. The idea right now is I need like this. I need this. I need a core, and on infra what I would do is basically import this whole thing. I've been doing some tests with it. You basically can like define a pure C++ class but also implement it in C++. I mean, like export it to Python. Like you would have this, and you would actually need to I don't know exactly how to do this actually. Like I do think I would implement like this engine C++ class, then I would inherit this from the core one, like this from I think I am not so sure actually, because one thing that I messing myself with is exactly like so the idea is I want to have this on infra. I want to implement this on the infrastructure level because I mean, who knows, maybe at some point I want to change it or I want to implement some other class that is pure Python or something. The idea is to leverage like as much power as I can, but I am not so sure. Like for instance here, I want to add an entity but to implement it on the level of like, you know, like instead of directly implemented it to a list, a Python list, as I said, call it to a thing inside of pure said call pure C++. Thing I don't know why I'm hearing myself on pure the stream. Why the hell? Okay, I think I'm on mute. Okay, that's it. Yeah. So what I want is, first off, I want an entity. I mean, I have this engine. I suppose I will be implementing more stuff. Eventually, I will get to the C++ part, but first I want to define what I want the service layer and what I want the infrastructure level, the core level I meant to do first, and then I can get to actually implementing it in C++. So this returns none. I suppose I could have like for specifically this like another thing like returning what?
Like another
I think
thing.
none is okay. I don't know what I would want to
Like returning
what
like another
have
thing
none
here.
is okay. I don't know
I'm not
what
sure.
I would want to. What I am sure though is that I want to, as I said, define what an entity is. So like having this. Yeah. I do want, I think I will have another one, another class here, like something like, I don't know, like a object, I guess. Yeah. And here I would have this one. I'm not sure if this is something else. Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm gonna rename this. Nah. And I think I'm gonna do the same thing here. Like I want this to be like this. I want to add the least amount of redundancies I think. Another thing I'm thinking is I want the engine to have, like I would want to have like more than one. I would like to have like an abstract engine 2D. Yeah, I heard it from engine ABC. That's it. And another one for 3D. Yeah. The thing that we share in common so far, I think, is I think that the screen size, like yeah, it has to be a tuple of like an integer and another integer. And what I want to have here is a property okay, and I do like simple checks here. Yes, I know I can like like edit all of this quickly. Yeah. Like what the fuck was the thing? Okay. So this is for the screen size, I believe. Okay, and I can do the exact same thing for this. I can do like property for the size, I think. I can do like double of int. Okay. So this thing would allow actually to yeah, yeah, I think I like it. Yeah. I mean, I am not so sure because yeah, yeah, I think I might just have it like this. Then I mean, just have this because this is something that I'm not so convinced with. I think that to keep some coherence, I would prefer to just have like a width and height. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a bit better. Okay. The thing here is, I mean, yeah. Well, hmm. I mean, this will allow actually to have like, I can set the height, then I can actually like have like an implementation then for the engine where I actually manipulate the thing like in real time. Like the developer can actually set like a settings thing, and then they can actually tell it, hey, I want the screen bigger, I want the screen smaller or something. Yeah. Want to know what to do with this entity. Okay, so I do have the object basic. Okay, the update thing with the delta, it's delta, right? It's spelled like that, I think. Yeah. Now what I also can do is have like an entity with an image or something. Like the entity has to have like a position in the thing, right? I think. Like an X and a Y and then a size, well, a width, height. I might have like an extra one because I'm reutilizing this logic. Yeah, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah. So now I don't have to worry actually. Yeah. So this is the idea, right? What if, because I'm thinking right now, if I do have like position and stuff like that, yeah. I mean, I do need this thing. I also need the other, like the width. I need the height. Yeah. Give me a second. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, so I want positioned. I do think this can give me some trouble. I hope not. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that. Actually, I think this is going to be the best approach. Yeah, with the sized thing, I can actually move this thing. Yeah. Yeah. I think this is the best approach. Like, I delete this. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, because think about it. I think this is going to be the best approach. All things considered, I mean, I can actually override this method and actually handle its thing internally later. I think. I'm not so sure actually. Because I don't want to actually do all of this every single time. Like for the width and height, I think it's not that bad. But for the position, I am sure it is going to be a problem. Or maybe I simply, I don't know. I mean, self.x, x, and wait, I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, I can actually just leave it like this, and then yeah, a lot cleaner. Yeah. I think this is the best approach. I mean, then I can actually do all of these things later. I think it's clear. like this. And I have this size thing, I have this, I have the height. Yeah. The problem is going to be when I, oh fuck. Problem is going to be I don't want any overhead on this side of like Python, because then when you do like Python stuff you actually have to parse these things, and I do not want that. Like I want the least amount of overhead as possible, because I mean it's not that heavy to raise an exception or anything, but it is heavy. It is a lot heavier than just doing like in C++, doing an assign, and that's it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go through this. I'm gonna give it some thought. I'm gonna start studying a bit of Balkan. I think I'm gonna use Balkan. I'm not so sure yet, because yeah, it's going to simply be this approach. But yeah, I think that's it for today.